Great. Good morning from Bermuda.
Almost.
Yeah. It's right there. Yep. Run forward on deck 9.
Yep.
One of our favorite spots.
It is. So just trying to get a time lapse for you guys of sailing in and get some shots, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day.
Yeah, I'm glad it turned out for the better from what we were originally seeing last week.
Yeah, they've been calling for rain and thunderstorms, but I don't know, maybe later. But right now it's clear. It's a little breezy. It's mid-70s. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a good one.
Yes. So let's enjoy this time lapse coming in, and we'll explore Bermuda once we get off. We might be doing Horseshoe. We'll see.
I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. So, yeah, come along. Right, we're almost pulling in over on this side over here. That's the snorkel beach. If you want a closed beach nearby the cruise port, I recommend going there. There is a cost to get in, so I'll have to mark down the current prices. Then you got the whole Dockyard museum area right here, and we're gonna be docking around this area. And there's a little tuggy. But yep, that's the Royal Naval Dockyard. And one thing to point out too, since we're going to be here in September in the Aqua, that's the ferry that Norwegian provides. Go over Hamilton. And they constantly run that when you're here on NCL. So when we dock, you see all these vans. They're all ready for us. These are the vans that we're going to take to Horseshoe Bay. Last time I knew, which we'll double check, it was $7 a person to go there. So we'll definitely find out for you guys. It's definitely a cheaper option. And another place that we'll have to go over there is Calico Jack's. It's basically a floating bar. So it looks like we're going to be docking in this dock. Right across from the Clock Tower Mall. So there's a bunch of shops in there. There's a whole lot of shopping in this district. Hang over here where all the vans are. There's shopping in this area also. If you're like us that like breweries, there is the Frog and Onion Brewery here. Well, Frog and Onion Pub, but they offer, I can't remember the exact name of the beer, but they provide a local Bermudian beer. So yep, just remember the name, Dockyard Brewing Company. So if you want a cool local brew, go to the Frog and Onion. Once we got docked, we headed over to Tomodoro for some breakfast. It's basically the Blue Iguana, so they do have your breakfast burritos like they normally do. And same thing for lunch. They have the tacos, the burritos, and all that good stuff.
What else?
Ham,
Ham? What else?
cheese, cheese.
The onion.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
2 scoops of potatoes. Absolutely.
What else?
Lettuce and tomato.
And then the
Regular tomato.
sour cream.
Yep,
and the,
regular.
Regular tomato.
And the spice.
That's it?
That's it.
How about
And the
the
hot
sauce?
hot
Sour
sauce.
cream?
Nah, neither. No, we're good.
How are you today?
Very good.
Very good.
How about you?
I'm always good, sir.
Always good.
Just had breakfast, and they have the tow animals out today. A little display.
All right, guys. These guys are working hard, making the towel animals. And the roof is finally open. All right, guys, we're off the ship.
Dry land.
We are. Like we said before, I think the plan is Horseshoe Bay. So there's vans over here that'll take you back and forth all day. I think it's $7 a person each way. We'll double check, but we'll show you where they're at and get that process started.
Beach day.
Yay!
So we're walking our way to those vans over there. They make our way to Horseshoe Bay. Look at that aft. Now the walk from the cruise terminal to the bus, van, taxi area is a few hundred feet away. But we want to show you the walk to get there and where to find it the next time you're in Bermuda. And we did verify the van service is $7 per person to Horseshoe Bay Beach.
All the way up here. Yeah, I've been doing that. Yeah. Come here, boss.
Yeah, this was a little chaotic. Dave was just verifying just to make sure this was the bus service to Horseshoe Bay Beach, and some people thought we were cutting the line and just cranky people, but we got it.
Well, upset cranky.
Yeah.
Got to go here, guys.
I don't know if there'll be room on this one or not.
Maybe we'll wait for the next one.
What's up, Jerry?
We'll wait for the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the next one.
A lot got on, so we just go right over there.
Okay, guys.
No, we'll wait for the next one. We did not wait for the next one. They made us go on this bus, and look at the seats.
All right, guys, we made it on the bus.
Yep.
They cram them in here.
Yes,
The
they do.
seats in the aisle fall down, and
Yep.
we're definitely full. But it's about I believe a half-hour ride to Horseshoe Bay. So we'll get there and stay started. But definitely an easy, cheaper way to get there than through the ship.
Absolutely. So like Dave said, it is about a half-hour ride to get there. But let's just take a scenic ride through the Dockyard and through the windy streets of Bermuda on the way to Horseshoe Bay, because it really is so pretty. So enjoy. Woohoo! Made it to Horseshoe Bay Beach. Now let's go down this long road and we will get off the van.
All right, guys, this is where the buses drop you off. We just got off here and the pathway down to the beach. So for $7 a person, it's a great option. All right, guys, that's the path we just walked down from the vans. There's restrooms right here as you're coming in, and then the path to the beach. So we're almost there. Yeah.
All right, guys, we found our spot away from the crowds. And I might go in. It is a little chilly, but I'll get over that. But it's turned out to be a gorgeous day today, so we're going to enjoy it to the most that we can today.
The water's a little rougher today than I usually remember it, but still a gorgeous day. It's probably mid-70s already and not a cloud in the sky, so it's really beautiful here. Well, here, guys, is a beautiful little cove. I don't know if the tide comes in and fills this or not, but really. Yeah. All right, guys, we just came through that clearing in the rocks there, and there's some people down here, but a lot less, and it's really a pretty neat area.
There's a lot less seaweed in the water here too.
Yeah, like Brandy just said, there's a lot less seaweed in the water, so I think it's probably just the time of year we're here, but yeah, beautiful.
Remember a few vlogs back, I was explaining the microphone difficulty. This was one of those moments. It did not record any audio in these next few clips, so I'm gonna fill in on the information for you. So Dave scaled this rock formation with the 360 to get some awesome views. And here I'm just explaining that better him than me. I wouldn't be able to do it. I've been having some knee and ankle issues, so I didn't want to risk it. So basically, I was saying better him than me. And here's what he captured. Then him scaling back down the rock formation. That really does look painful. But anyways, just coming back, just talking about how beautiful the sights were, and I told him better him than me scaling that. So see what he does for the vlog for you guys. Then we came to this cool little natural pool of water filled in by these waves. It was a little splashy there. But here we're trying to explain this cool little area, but no audio. But yeah, this was a cool little area to take some pictures, which I'll insert here. Then we came back to our little area where we camped out and just chilled here for the rest of our time before we left. All right, guys, we're leaving.
We are. Yeah, it's a little afternoon. It's getting really busy,
Yeah.
and back on board's 3:30. It's about half hour back, but we want to stop at Calico Jack's and have a drink and check out some of the dockyard. So
Yeah.
it's been a beautiful morning, though.
Yes. All right, let's head back to the dockyard. Right, come off the beach. There's actually a little area where you can get drinks, food. prices. And here's a closer view because I did not get close enough for you guys to see it, so here you go. But yeah, it's a nice little setup here. Alright, and here's some of the rental prices.
All right, guys, that easy. Walk right up the beach, up the pathway, and buses are here right on. No waiting. We're ready to go back. So simple, simple.
The road going to and from Horseshoe Bay is very steep and it's a long way. With the van system, they take you right to the bottom, right to the beach area. If you went with the bus system that they have, they drop you off right at the top and you have to walk all the way down these stairs that are on the right hand of the screen and all the way up if you took the bus. So want to put that into perspective for you guys.
Funny enough, most of our accidents in summertime and the tourists on the island and the visitors and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not much. We're used to driving.
Right.
There are a lot of windy roads in Bermuda, but the scenery is just so beautiful. I mean, just look at that water. Alright, got back and the Calico Jacks just got dropped off over there. And in the far distance there, you can see the rail ship coming in. Be a good time to watch her sail in and have a dark and stormy. Alright guys, you guys stay tuned for part 2 of our beautiful day in Bermuda. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube things. It helps us out. Thank you all again for watching, and we will see you on the next excursion.